Hi guys, finally welcome to Peterwraysadventures. A few technical sound issues, stupid microphones and all that sort of stuff. Cheers everyone for popping in. I appreciate it. Do let me know about the sound quality and what it's like and stuff. Who we got in? We've got Stu Mandry, Laura Eccleston, Monumental, Karen, and Richard Payne, Shaw's Flipping Dorkin, and Malcolm Morey. Cheers for popping in. Let us know about the sound quality. And I have a guest on the chat, Derek Payne, aka Tap Peddler. I have left his YouTube channel down below, so do go and subscribe to his channel. Let's have a look. And also Scuba Shaggy. So if you let us know about the quality of the sound, stuff like that. There we go. So the topic for today is difficulties of storage and the different ways to solve it. So if you've got any questions, let us know. What your question is on the difficulties of storage and the different ways to solve it. So okay. So Derek, what did you come up with on the topic?
Well, as a few people know, I have my storage on site. So recently I did a video where I transformed my old storage room because it was all basically a massive pile of shame. So I've got shelving in there now, and I thought it'd be a good chance to talk about how the what the best ways of storing stuff is and how other people store things, because the way I'm doing it at the moment, I have a room in my house basically next to my office that I store all my unlisted items in. So as soon as I bring them home from the auction or the boot sale, wherever, most of them will go in there. Some will go straight in my office. Most of them will go in there. And then I store them in a big storage shed outside, which is all the listed stock. So once it gets listed, it goes outside. I've never really known whether that's the best solution, really. I know a lot of people like having the listed stuff sort of in the house and the unlisted stuff in your locker storage or whatever. So yeah, that was a thought, to see what other people
definitely
people's ideas on that. So I guess, what do people think about storing stuff either in the house or outside the house, or in a lockup or in some sort of storage unit or something like that? That's one of the thoughts I had. And then I thought we could discuss the types of the ways we store stuff in our storage rooms. Do we box it up? Do we label stuff and all of that?
Definitely. So what I'll do, I'll leave it open to the chat. What types of storage have you got, and what sort of issues you have with storing items, and how long it takes you, and where you store them, for example. And so, how long does it take you from when you buy an item to when you list it?
What happens with me
depends on what item it is, how big it is, or
if it's something that I know a lot about, or I'm quite enthusiastic about it, or it's really super easy.
I get the same.
It'll go on pretty quick, especially if I've sold it before, because I usually check I've got all my emails.
Right.
So I searched my email folder for whatever it was. So even if it's 6 months old and it's gone from the eBay sort of history, there's still probably an active, or not an active listing, but a listing on eBay that will come up with the description and stuff like that. So all I've got to do is take the photos and effectively sell similar and relist it. So if I sell a Mega Drive console, 6 months later I pick up another Mega Drive console, all I've got to do is search my email for Mega Drive, and then take a few new photos, adjust it very, very slightly,
Yeah.
and it goes back on there. So if that's the case, things go on there really quick. But that's not really the main thing though. When I get stuff, it usually does sit around for quite a while. That's why storage is a bit of an issue
Yeah.
for me. So yeah, I've got lots of shelves and stuff like that where I put all my unlisted items. But yeah, generally probably a couple of months between buying it and actually listing it.
Yeah, fair
How
enough.
about yourself? Do you get things on pretty quick, or?
Depends what the item is. And sometimes I do. If it needs testing, then it may wait around a few weeks or a month or so.
Yeah.
But usually I try and list it within a few days or a week.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I find, if I know that it's a hassle to test, or say I've got like a vintage hi-fi and you've got to check the turntable, you've got to check the CD, you've got to check the tape, radio, all of those things. Generally, I would put it off and list something a little bit easier.
Yeah, definitely.
It all depends on how much it's worth. If it's worth, say, it's £100, I'll probably put the effort in. But if
that's fair enough. Yeah, if
I don't think it's worth that much.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look in the chat and see any questions. Well, I've got BCP in as usual. Mr. Kaching, which is Andy. Malcolm Morey, which is MM Antiques, says my storage was awkward until I have taken over the dining room. Yeah, it's always the thing. Did you see Zahir's live stream earlier when he was moving his PC and his tables and stuff?
Yeah, I was in there. I was working when I was.
Oh, right. I saw a little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw a bit of it. It was on in the background.
Yeah, and he was sorting out all his stock and moving stock from the living room to the conservatory.
Yeah. I think he was on about using his conservatory as like his main storage.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And then his computer, his sort of office space will be elsewhere.
Yeah, because they were thinking about getting a storage locker, but
yeah, I think that's definitely worth doing. You know, the more you can get it out the house, the better, I guess.
Yeah, I'll definitely. Oh, Lucy T's in as well. Money Mentor said my stock's all in the house, but it's so full. But I've even got stuff on my bed at the minute. Yeah, that's the problem with that. Where else what I got? I broke it down into two different ways to solve storage issues, and also the difficulties of storage. So we go through that in a bit.
Yeah.
Anyone got any questions in the chat? Do pop it down with question and what your question is. Richard Payne's in. He said my listed is in my lockup, listed at home. Mostly when something sells, I have it on site to pack. Yeah, seems good.
Because I helped Richard move his stuff to his storage, and he basically does it almost the opposite way as I do it. So yeah, I've never known which is the best solution really. To have.
You've got to try 2 or 3 ways.
Yeah. I mean, I think the issue with me is my room in my house is quite small. So
right.
If I was to put my listed stock in there, I'd end up filling it very quickly. Whereas it suits the unlisted stock because you can just grab in there and then just take stuff as you need it. If I had a bigger room, I might do it differently.
But how long, like when something sells, how long is it before you can find the item? Do you have a system to find the item, or?
Yeah, I have. Well, in my listed storage sort of lockup, I've got shelves on either wall.
Right.
And then a double shelf in the middle. So I've got 2 aisles.
Oh, right.
And I have a system where on each of my listings, I have at the end of the listing, I have like a little code, which will be like L1 or L2, which means the left-hand side,
I see. Yeah.
shelf 1 or shelf 2. So I've got L2, I've got M2, which is the middle shelves.
Oh, it makes it a lot easier.
R2, and that generally works out quite well. The only issue I have with it is if something's been on sale for a really long time, and it gets moved for some reason, say I can't get something, so I've got to take everything off the shelf.
Oh, right.
And I don't put them all back correctly. Some things end up being on the shelf next to where it really should be.
Yeah, it takes a little bit extra time to actually go and find it.
Yeah, so it's a guide really. That it'll be around.
Manage that time within like what you got to do that day, depending on if you've got to go down the parcel shop or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I spent 2 hours earlier on this week looking for an item that I couldn't find.
Ouch.
It was
ouch.
Yeah, it was a £30 item, £25.99 I think, plus postage.
Yeah.
And it actually it was in my office. And I think what had happened was somebody had asked a question about it on Facebook and said they'd wanted to buy it.
Okay.
Somebody, if I get that from Facebook, I put the item by the front door when I expect them to turn up, so I can just hand it to them. But if they don't turn up or they cancel, then I have to put the item back where it came from. And I think what had happened, I'd put this thing, it was a little DVD player. I put it back somewhere else. So I spent about 2 hours trying to find it. And I almost,
it's always that way though. Just go, I'll put it there. I'll do it tomorrow. That sort of thing. Yeah.
That's the thing. And then it just gets sort of lost then until it sells, and then you have the problem because you can't find it.
Yeah, definitely. She's always flipping Dawkins says their stock is in my renovated loft in suitcases / plastic boxes. Do you ever use plastic boxes, or do you use the shelving?
I use a bit of both. I have about 4 boxes for small items. So I have a telephone or a mobile phone or something like that. That will go in a box, and it'll be put on a shelf. So it'll be under the L1 system, the L2 system, but it also have another code next to it, which will be grey or red, which is the colour of the crate. It's quite a simple system, but then at least I know where it's going to be. Because if I didn't have that, I'd be completely lost.
Yeah, the less time you spend looking for an item, the better, really.
Yeah, it would be okay if things sold quick, but
definitely.
They take months to sell, some of them, and then I would have forgotten all about it by the time.
Yeah. And also, going on from that, how do you keep your stock in good condition? Like, for example, dust, keep away from young kids, humidity, pests, odor, for example.
Yeah, the outside lockup where the listed stuff is, it's insulated. It's got polystyrene. Basically, it's a concrete garage with like a concrete, what they call it, the wavy type stuff.
Yeah.
Is it? It's got a roof on that, and then it's got polystyrene all the way round, and it's got a damp-proof membrane on the floor with some vinyl tiles on the floor. So it's quite good from that point of view. Things do tend to feel a little bit sort of damp at this time of year, which is a concern. I do try to keep out certain stuff out the locker. Say if I've got a mint in box thing, whatever it is, I probably wouldn't put that in the lockup. I'll probably keep that in my office, because I do have some shelving in my office. So I generally put that stuff on there, but majority of stuff will go in the lockup, and I rely on things selling quite quick. I do try to seal stuff up in cling film as well. I get and I just wrap, like a games console might be completely wrapped all the way around, so that will keep it all sort of airtight. So that's sort of how I deal with that, but it's not brilliant. There's still the possibility of some sort of dampness or condensation and
yeah.
that. But I don't really have a choice, really. It's sort of it's all off. You know, it's the only way I've got to store it, really. So yeah, things like mice and stuff that does worry me a little bit, because I live on an old farm. It's an old farm. So
oh, right, yeah, I remember you saying about that.
yeah, so I do have cats. I've got some feral barn cats.
Right.
About eight of these cats that live in the barns. So, and they do go into my storage lockup as well. So I've never seen any mice or anything in there, so I assume they're catching them.
Touch wood, there isn't any.
And dealing with it. Yeah, there's probably none in there. So yeah, so that's basically how I deal with that on my side. But do you keep everything in your house, or?
Yeah, everything. Oh, well, 90% of stuff is in house and that, but there's your few bits and pieces that are in the shed and stuff, which obviously got all insulation stuff and on shelving units and that. But it's working. It's obviously, as you've been saying, it's like your bit of damp here and there, but most of those stuff are in boxes. I always try and keep the outside stuff, if I can, in boxes or in a plastic bag in a box or something like that. But most of it's indoors, and that where I can get to it if I need to change the listing or something, whatever else in that respect.
I think I rely on stuff having a fairly quick turnover. If it goes in there, it's going to sell quite quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Things like board games are actually in there at the moment.
All right.
Isn't great because obviously they're in cardboard boxes and stuff. But they've been selling so quick, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
doesn't really matter. Probably I'll take them out now and probably put them back into the house over the summer and stuff.
And then you also got the other thing, like last summer we had a really boiling hot summer, so does your outside area for storage get really hot?
There's a little bit at the front of the storage where you just go through the doorway. I haven't insulated the roof, basically because I ran out of the polystyrene, and if you touch that, it's really hot, you know, if it's a really hot sunny day. But it's not mega hot, and then you've got the insulation anyway that covers it. So it's probably, I see it as probably a good thing that it gets a little bit of warmth. I did think about putting in an oil-filled radiator in there as well over the winter, just putting that in the middle of the storage, which I haven't got around to actually doing yet. I haven't even got light in there at the moment, so there's no power in there at all. But again, that's another issue, I guess. Every time,
definitely,
something sells, once it gets dark, about 3:30, 4 o'clock now, then I'm basically using a torch to get the stuff.
Or the light on your phone,
or I leave it till the daytime. There's a little window in there, so it gets daylight. When it's light. So
cool. Let's have a look in the chat. We've got Karen sells clothes. Space is my #1 issue. I store in coded boxes. Takes me a few minutes to find, and have a goal of all items to be listed within 7 days. Yeah, sounds good. That's what I try and do. List within a week.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to get to, because I want to get rid of all my unlisted stock and get to a point where I'm going to an auction, and then before I go to the next auction, I list it all. The stuff I bought at the previous one. But I haven't got there yet. I've still got a room full of them.
It will come.
But that's my sort of one of my goals for this year, is to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Point.
I noticed what Nick's in. Howdy, Nick. Thrifty Trooper.
Hi, Nick.
And Chris B. Let's have a look. Richard Payne has said, I have 8 shelving units in my office of listed stock. None of my listed stock is categorized, all just on the shelves. never really had any major problems finding anything.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get how Richard manages to do that. I know when I was down there, I sort of gave him a little test. I was saying, right, we looked on eBay, and I said, right, where is this item? And he was able to pick it, and he knew where it was. So I was quite amazed, because I wouldn't be able to do that. As soon as it's been listed for more than a month, maybe, I've forgotten where.
You kind of forget where it is.
You know, I do generally have a rough idea, because all my shelves generally have the same sort of things on them. Like I've got a sewing machine shelf, I've got a board game shelf, things like that. So they do generally go in the similar area, but that's not the case. You know, the shelf's full, it will just go somewhere else.
Okay, let's have a look. 50 Trooper says, I put clothing in cellophane bags and toys in plastic bags, then box up ready to be shipped. Okay.
Yeah. That's another thing.
Clothes, and some of the other clothes resellers put in like those cellophane bags and just put it in their unit, their Kallax units, and then obviously they know via whatever system they use, they can just go and pick it out and then just do the shipping. And
that's another thing though, packaging it up before you've sold it, basically packing it. That's another option, but then it would take up quite a lot of space, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I tend to, I've never really done that. I've always packaged it when it actually sells. But I guess it all depends on what you're selling.
True.
Clothes is good because you do have to store it in a bag or something like that anyway. So you might as well put it in the jiffy bag, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. Let's have a look. Nick says cling film wrapping is good idea for dust and damp.
Yeah. This is the stuff I use. It's basically just a big roll of cling film, pallet wrap, and you can get the black stuff and you can get the clear stuff, but the clear stuff allows you to see what's in it. If you wrap a PS2 or something, it's a PS2. Because I ran out of that and I had to use the black stuff, and then you've got to put a label on what it is. It's just a big clump of plastic wrap stuff. Once you get like 5 or 6 of them, you don't know what they are.
So also I wanted to ask, what's the biggest item you've ever had to find and somewhere to store it?
The biggest item, I've probably got it at the moment. It's a Playmobil mansion, and one of the ones that I don't know if you've seen Ben Fitzpatrick.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
I got it. I think it was October when I bought it. I didn't get it listed until I think it was about early December. But yeah, that takes up a lot of space because
I've seen it on Ben. Yeah. Did it come with any figures or?
Sorry?
Did it come with any figures?
It's got a few figures and it's got a load of furniture.
All right.
So I've basically got that in the house, up in the unlisted storage. Basically, it's safe there. It's sort of right up really high on one of the shelves. But it hasn't sold. I was hoping that would sell for Christmas, but
it's a weird thing what does sell though, and what just sits around. But
that's it. I've got it highly priced. I think it's £130. I've got it for, which is quite high, really.
True.
But I'll wait out. I don't mind.
Yeah, right. Well, because you never know who's going to come along.
No.
Because I had a guy yesterday. I was out at the time, but my mum was home. On Spock on Friday, he sent me a message to say it was interested in buying what was it? A Polaroid camera. It was the one I got from when Nick done his auction. I think I got it off George Ross. Anyway, I'd listed it on Spock. I thought fair enough, and the guy sent me a message, and I was like, okay, cool, because he was what I gathered, he was at uni, lives in Mitcham, so it's not like mega far from where I live, and so his uni's in Epsom, so it's not far. He came around yesterday to have a look at. My mum was home and she'd out with him, and I already told her, there it is, got the instructions. This is there, all bits and pieces. This is how much. And she was chatting because she's quite a chatty lady, and he was buying the Polaroid camera for collection because he collects all different Polaroid cameras.
Right.
When I listed it on Spock, I didn't actually think about like people wanted them as a collection. I found it weird. It's like, okay, because he said sometimes he uses them, sometimes he just collects them. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I've sold a few cameras that have sold for like props. You know, people put them on display in like coffee shops, things like that. Sold a few of those to those sort of people.
Yeah,
they're quite good because they don't care if they actually work or not either. They just want them to look good.
Yeah, I don't think they mind. It's just if they look good or wherever they put them, because sometimes they put them in a cabinet or wherever it's a bit like gaming stuff, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Who else?
I just noticed Steve's just come in.
All right, Steve. I haven't got that far down yet. I noticed Chris B is going to definitely pinch the cling film idea. Yeah, definitely, because he sells lots and lots of gaming stuff.
Yeah, that's actually really good if you've just to contain everything as well. So if you've got like a games console with a controller pad and wires and all of this, if you just wrap it all in the cling film, then it's just one big bulk of stuff. Then I find that really good. Then you can just put a little note on it. So I think I had about 5 or 6 PS1s recently that I was selling. So I just bagged them all up in the cling film and then put a 1 and a 2 on them and then put them in the storage.
All right.
When they sold, I just knew which one they were. So yeah, it works really well.
Just noticed Nick's got to go to the post office. All right, take care, Nick.
All right, yeah, see you, Nick.
Let's have a look. Just getting down the chat. Chris B says, yes, good luck listing everything before you buy more, Derek. Yeah. Especially when you're looking at lots. You're looking at lots and you think, oh, okay, because sometimes you go on separate days to have a look at the lots. You go, okay, I wouldn't mind this, see if it goes to price. And then sometimes you get lucky. It goes quite low and you get a whole lot of stuff and you think,
yeah.
I know, like the Celtic traders, they do auction sometimes, and then they come back with boxes of antique stuff, and they're always in their live streams rummaging through, and they go, oh, they've got this one,
yeah,
stuff they didn't realize they had. Well,
that's the problem I've got. One of my auctions I go to, you might see one thing, I don't know, say it's a games console, NES or something like that, but to buy, you've got to buy 8 of the boxes of household.
Yeah, that's a downside, really.
Spoons and all sorts of, you get all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, as they have boxes could be crap.
So you've got to take the lot away, which means that you've got all this stuff, you've bought it, and I guess the hoarder in you says, you got to sort of look through it. It's all got, it's all worth listing. But what I really need to do is go through it quick and then take it straight to the tip or straight to the charity shop. And the rubbish stuff will never actually come in the house.
Yeah, definitely.
I need to do it, but that's really difficult. You do end up with loads of stuff. That's why I quite like car boot sales, because you only pick what you actually want. Then you don't stuff that you don't want. Yeah,
because my car boot starts by the end of March, if the weather's okay. March till about end of September.
Right. Yeah, the one I go to, I don't go to car boot sales that often really, but I am going to try to do it more this year. But yeah, they're basically on all year round. But they do go really small. They end up being about 20 stalls, something like that in January and stuff. But it's still worth trying occasionally.
Yeah, of course it is, definitely. Richard Payne's coming with, I love to get all my unlisted stock listed, but I know it's never going to happen. I go to 4 or 5 boot sales a week in the summer. I just buy too much. I think most people do, really.
Yeah, that's basically the problem, isn't it, with just what we do. You know, you just end up with, there's not enough hours in the day to get it all listed, or
No, there isn't.
maybe you could, but then it would be a rubbish listing, or you'd sell it too cheap.
True. Yeah, or you could dedicate one pile of like 10, 12 items to list. Spend like, I don't know, a whole day photographing 50, 60 items, and then spend the next day doing 10 to 20 items.
Yeah.
But
you've just got to make sure you do it all before the next boot sale or the next auction.
True, very true.
That's the problem. You basically got a deadline then, haven't you? And
Yeah.
if you're not, if you don't do it in time, then you know you end up with more stuff, and it makes it
you procrastinate. Mounts up.
Yeah. I just noticed Steve says if I, what does he say? If I took something off the chat's gone now. If I pull something off the wall, would everything fall down or something? Oh, where's that?
Okay. A question, Derek. If you pulled one piece of that pile behind you, would it all fall?
This stuff, probably. I think it's all held on with one pin.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But I've got the camera angled this way because you really don't want to see what's the other side.
Fair enough. I can understand that.
That's the other.
Most people who do YouTube and eBay have got that similar thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. I'm just going down the chat. I'm sorry if I don't get through all the questions and chat. I'll try and do as much as I can. If you, Karen says clothes, I said, if you have the room, think you can be more slower at reducing prices, etc. And also she says, unfortunately, she can't.
Yeah, I mean, I now I've got the storage because I've only had my outside storage for about just over a year, and yeah, it does allow me to leave stuff high, not reduce it so quick. I can just leave it on sale. Some stuff's been there for a year easy in the storage. But I do reduce stuff quite quick because I get stuff so easily from the auctions and stuff. So, if I kept everything on there and reached out for the highest price all the time, then I could just see me having a massive load of stuff and none of it would sell. So, I do reduce stuff still.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But the storage just helped me keep it on there and not sell it for hardly anything.
Let's have a look. Chris Beers says, I've been trying to be selective recently. As way too much stuff. I've taken 3 bags to the charity shop. Yeah, with the amount that with the amount that Chris has, game stuff and other stuff, then I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's basically what I want to do once I've got my pile of shame sorted and go into the auctions again, is to not bring anything in the house. Just not anything that's no good. It will just go straight to the charity shop. All a tip. Let's
have a look. Richard Payne was saying he sold a camera last week for £40. What sort of camera was that? Do let us know. We did say hi to Steve there. Heather the Treasure Pirates popped in. Just popped in, say hi. Got to go out. Finally got to a stage where almost everything I have here is listed. No more death pile until I find some hiding away, of course. After that, because Heather does mainly clothes. That's all right. Yeah, it's always good though with a chat. People who do sell different types of items like clothes or game stuff or just random stuff. always good to have their point of view, sort of like what storage they have, what storage would they like to have, how they store their items. Do you go up to the loft? Do you have a storage unit? Do you store in a house? Just basically how you deal with it, really.
Yeah, did you see Lonnie's video, Garage Flips?
Yes, one I did see that one because I mentioned it. They got broken into.
Yeah,
yeah.
So there's a concern of like theft as well.
Yeah,
lockup, which I feel quite secure where I am because my lockup's on my sort of land.
Yeah,
but it's not very secure. If somebody wants to be in there, they could easily just pull the door open.
Yeah, it's possibly like one downside thing of a storage locker. I know yours is on your land, but if people have theirs like 10 miles away or something, then it's that sort of grey area. But if you need it, you have it.
You need to go there quite often, I think, as well. If you don't, if somebody did break into it, then you could find out that the door's been open for a few days. If you haven't been,
true.
If you don't go there for a week, it could be.
Yeah, it could mount up. Yeah, and you got to have a good inventory of what you got listed or what you got in there. And so if that happens, and you can just go down and go, where's that? Or in that sort of respect.
Yeah.
And also the other thing is with a storage unit, you've got to factor in the cost of having it.
Yeah, I think they're quite expensive around by me. I think.
All right.
I looked at a few, and you're talking a couple of £100 for a double garage.
Yes.
Which is a lot, really.
Yeah, I remember having a look quite a while ago at storage units. Just having a look around my area, they're quite expensive as well. Because obviously I live in Epsom, Surrey, so it's not far from London. So it's not like the biggest built-up area there is, but it's still like a big town. So even the areas around are quite expensive. They're just at the house prices. So
plus, it all depends on securities as well, because you'll pay for all the security.
Yeah, definitely.
If you've got like a gate on it before you go into the where the garage or lockup is, if you've got like a secure gate, then it's going to be more than just a council rented garage on somebody's housing estate or something. So there's that issue as well, the price, Karen says, please tell me is that unlisted or packaging behind you? you mean that, which is boxes, empty boxes.
Fair enough.
I live near a Halfords that sells screen wash bottles, and every screen wash bottle comes in a white box.
Oh, right.
They're really, really good boxes, and
Halfords
put them outside and they flatten them all for me.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Go and pick them up. So
brilliant. Yeah, brilliant to get boxes, because I've either got my mum works in a toy shop, so she brings home 2 or 3 boxes every so often, and then obviously local home base does 3 boxes, so I go down there and grab a box if I need quite a few. So it's just finding something to store as well.
Yeah, well, I've sort of stockpiled them because throughout the winter you get more of them. In the summer they don't sell so many, and they're really good because you can put games consoles in them and all really strong boxes. So I basically go there and get them when I can.
Yeah, it's also like having your packaging supplies, like what Nick does. He has all his supplies in his office, so if he just needs it, he doesn't have to hunt round for a pair of scissors or whatever else. And
that's it. I mean, I basically have everything here as well, all that sort of stuff. But the boxes like that, longer term, I'm still sorting out my office because it's still in a bit of a mess. But my plan is to store the boxes up in the loft, empty boxes.
Oh, right, yeah, because
my loft's, well, it's half empty really. So
might as well, because I know Carla has gone up to her loft quite a while ago, and she said it's like best thing she ever did.
Yeah, I would if I didn't have my lockup outside, but the access to get in my loft is a bit awkward, so I don't really want to be going up there all the time. So it's ideal for boxes because I can just get a few down, just have like 5 of them down here, and then when I run out, I'll go and get some more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but that's all boxes. But yeah, there's piles of shame all around.
Yeah, everyone's got piles of shame. Yeah,
just out cunningly outside of the camera view.
yeah, definitely. I did see that Paul has joined. It's Will You Take Less, and Bianca has joined. Cheers for joining. Appreciate that. Oh, and Richard sold a camera for £40, which was a Canon BFA 35mm camera last week, I think he said. Nice. Trying to think what else I got here. I did write a list. We've gone through a few bits and pieces. Mostly like what a lot of eBayers do. They dedicate a room to their eBay stuff, packaging materials and supplies, and that. What else? Have it down. Let's see. Oh, the Karen Sells Clothes says storage unit for me in March. Luckily, mine has 24-hour security plus CCTV. Oh, because I did remember her saying about a month ago she wanted to get a storage unit because all hers in a front room, I think it is. Ah, cool. Do let us know, Karen, how that goes with your storage unit.
Yeah, if it's secure like that as well, that's really...
it'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I follow a lot of YouTube reseller YouTubers. Obviously, if you saw my last vlog I did, which I went through, will be quite a lot of YouTubers I follow. There's quite a few, and quite a lot of them resellers, over half. It's always interesting to see, like, on this topic, how they store their items. Have they got a lockup? What items do they sell? Do they sell locally or whatever? And what sort of items they get and where they get them from, not just UK, but obviously US as well. So I'm always, because obviously I occasionally watch Steve and Steph, and the amount of things they're pulling out of dumpsters is like crazy.
Yeah, they must have some massive storage somewhere. They've got to.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're storing.
I think they do. They've got like a lockup.
Yeah, they must have. I've seen them out of a big van at some point.
Yeah, got that massive van. Yeah. And also, one I watch quite a lot, Americans, Bonafide Hustler. I always tend to tune into his videos because I always enjoy seeing him thrifting around the place and getting up to daily life and that sort of thing. And the amount of stuff he sells, like bikes, where else does he just sells loads because he has an antique booth. Where else does he have? Antique booth, eBay, quite a few things, I think. I know he's got a lockup. Quite a bit it's in his garage, but yeah, it's always interesting to and see different people what they do. Did see Heather had to go.
All right.
See Heather. Any other questions? Do let us know. Oh, this is Personal Skits has joined. Cheers for joining. And Tom, which is Forge Your Own Path. I can't remember how far I go because it jumps quite a lot for chat. Oh, Paul says, I'm not sure where Paul lives, but he says 10k at least for a single car garage to buy near me. Ouch.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, and also if you got like a normal garage with a lift up sort of door, you lose a lot of space on that as well.
Oh, you do, definitely.
Because my lockup outside is a garage. What I've done, I've put a normal door on it.
Yeah.
Normal door, so I can use the front of the garage as well.
I see, yeah.
Plus you've got the thing that lifts up and all the metal that goes with that, so you can't put shelving up. So having a garage but not have like the proper garage door is well worth it if you can.
It's a good idea.
If you own it or you just rent it, and if you rent it, I guess you can't change the door. So
no, obviously
you've just got to have it how it comes.
Karen Sells Clothes said she'll be there at minimum twice a week to her unit. Won't be until March. Oh, and then she's talking to Mandy, silly doing the quietest months. It will be £180 per month, which is amazing for Kent with 24/7 security. Wow, that's really good with that sort of level of security.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's have a look. Oh, Richard Payne was just saying his storage is 2 miles away at the rear of a shop. It's pretty secure. The shop is currently empty, but a new business moving in next month. I feel like it's more secure then. Yeah.
If you've got activity around there, it's always better as well.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look. Have you got any more questions about the topic, or I'll have a look, see what I've got down there.
I've got about using the SKU feature of eBay rather than, because I don't use that. I just put it in the description about where the item's located. So I've like, as I said, L1 or L2 or whatever. That's on the actual item description. And the only reason I do that is because when I list on Facebook, which is my other place where I list stuff, I cut and paste my eBay description and paste it across. So the location of the item goes with it. Then if I use the SKU, then I would have to sort of enter it in manually on Facebook.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
but I don't know whether the SKU's a better way of doing it, because you don't have to go into the description then to see where something is when it sells, because it comes up in the seller hub.
I've never actually tried myself to do the SKU, but I'll open that to the chat to see if the SKU is a better way of doing it. Do let us know in the chat below.
Because I've never really used it. I think I used it once when it first appeared.
Right.
I'm sure I went to relist it or sell similar, and I lost the SKU. It disappeared, which worried me a bit, because I thought if it disappears, then if that did happen for all my items, then I would have no clue about where anything is. So, especially after all those photos got removed a few months ago on eBay, so putting it in the description, I feel more safer. You know, I know it's there then.
Yeah. Luckily with that losing all the photos, luckily, fingers crossed that I didn't have any of that. But
yeah, nor did I, because it was only on Good Till Cancelled, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I had
any of those at the time.
No, I think I did have some. I'm not sure if I removed them in time, because I had, what was it? No, all my listings were Good Till Cancelled for some reason. Then I had to manually go down and change them to, because I just use 30-day, the 30-day option, which is easier. I know, because and then obviously the usual send offers to watchers and promote listings and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't still get that on eBay. The sell send an offer to.
Really? Oh,
yeah, it's not.
A lot of people have been saying that they don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand why, but I just don't get it.
I've been using it since like the end of November, and I've had about at least 12 sales since then by using offer to a watcher.
Yeah, so it's annoying that I don't get it.
It's something that Nick could say to the person at eBay who he deals with. That'd be a good one too.
I guess I could phone them and ask them why I don't know. I might
make a little YouTube video out of it.
Yeah, next time I've got to phone eBay for some.
Yeah, my God, yeah. Do a little YouTube video out of it. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, could do that.
Because it's weird, because I've always had it. I didn't know I had it until someone was showing it in their video or something, and they put it down in the description below, and I clicked it. I was like, oh. Because I never even had the seller hub until like 2 months ago. And Randy clicked it once, and I thought, oh, cool.
Yeah, so I went through your video, and I think some of the comments that people had left as well, and none of them applied to me. You know, if I went to where you were on your video, just the option wasn't there.
Oh, right.
It's not there.
Yeah, I remember some of them were saying that they couldn't get it.
I've just noticed Karen said that she has to use a link to send offers to watchers.
All right.
Is there any way you can share that link, Karen? Because
Yeah, that would be good. If you could share that link, Karen.
yeah,
I could put that link down below in the description.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
I
don't
do
get.
see Lex has joined, which is Bad Biscuit. All right, Lex.
Hi, Lex.
I'm still halfway up the chat. I'm just trying to have a look. Oh, and something I've never seen before. Ridge Racer Dave. I've never seen that name before. Cheers, popping in. He says he stores his stock in my garage, and luckily I work for Audi, so all boxes are easy to come by.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be really good if you
always good. Yeah, definitely.
got a place where you can get boxes from.
Mm-hmm.
Bring them back whenever you need it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look. Okay, any other questions? Obviously, with a topic, you could always scale down number of items you have on your eBay, and because obviously some people do, they take a look at their eBay and go, right, I need to scale my listings down by 50, 100, or even niche up, because some people do just one or two niches, but
Yeah,
in that respect, but
yeah. I think I've got about 750 items on
yeah,
eBay at the moment, and my storage it looks full, but if I really sort of used it a bit more efficiently, it will probably be about half full. So,
all right,
because when something sells off the shelf, I don't sort of compact everything. I
I
need to go
see.
to each shelf and sort of make everything all compact so I can put new stuff on. But yeah, if I want to list more stuff, I'm going to have to organize my storage a bit again. Basically just move stuff around.
Yeah.
Generally keep stuff on the same shelving, otherwise I've got to edit my listing and change the location. So I try to avoid doing that if I can.
Okay, let me have a look. Sorry if I'm not getting to all the chat. Any questions, do let us know. Write what your question is.
I've just noticed Karen asks if you can give her the spanner so she can post the.
Oh, yeah, of course.
She can
Karen,
paste
close yet? There we go. Add moderator. There we go, Karen. Lovely. Let's have a look. Okay. Apparently, Bianca's been saying to BCP that he's been watching too much YouTube, which is nothing new there. Oh, Richard Payne says he uses the SKU for a few items, mainly for the tool lots he sells.
Yeah, I've seen Richard's tools. I think he sells a lot of things like spanner sets or different sizes. So I think he has a what do you call them? Like a raffle ticket type thing on each of his items, so you can link. I guess he used the SKU for that, which is a good idea.
Okay. Oh, and Richard Payne says he doesn't get to send off to watch it either. Oh, that'd be a good one actually to sort out with Nick and that, and with his person he liaises with on eBay about the send off to watcher.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I can't see it.
Yep.
I'm just trying the link now.
Okay.
It's come up with a different overview now. So I think I had it on a classic.
Oh, I'll try it a bit later on.
Yeah.
RJ Burke, cheers popping on. Hi everyone, hope you're.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
Yeah, the link works now.
Oh, I can post that into my description below, and then people can use that link to the send offer to watcher.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's Karen.
I've got about 20 things I can send offers to.
Yeah, because with me, it only lets me send offers to about 4 or 5 or so, and then once I've done some of them, then sometimes it gets others. But I've noticed I can't do every item that's got a watcher.
Yeah, these
for some reason.
just these are just watches on the items. Yeah,
and then you got to be careful of you got to reduce your buy now price, reduce it by 5%.
Yeah.
Make sure, obviously, you get your money back and more. So that's why I send offers to every item I've got offers on, watches, I should say, because some are not worth it, but some are.
Yeah, I always have best offer on majority of my items anyway. So
yeah, same.
I usually have like a £5 sort of buffer of what I will accept. So I price things high and then just
right, yeah, and that's fair enough.
And then see how they go.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, for everything at the moment, I've got 12% sale. I use promoted on certain items. I use promoted listings on all mine, 2% on that, because I was doing 3%. I thought I thought I don't know really. I think it was costing me slightly bit too much. I went down to 2, and I had no problems whatsoever. So I've had like at least I was doing that about a month and a half ago, and I think I've had about 10 sales with promoted listings.
Yeah, I'm on 1% on all of them.
I think that's what most people do. 1%.
I just highlight the lot now and promote them all.
Yeah, same. I do that as well. Just click 2% and all done.
Yeah.
Yeah. What Karen was saying, which is correct. You have to refresh once you've sent some offers to watchers, and then it gives us a set amount of time, because hers is 5 at a time, like mine. I can only send 5 at a time, and then once you have to refresh, and then it'll send out. You can do more.
Yeah. Mine's 5 as well, because the others are.
Yeah. I've got Carla Jenkins popped in. Cheers, Carla. Hope you're well. Just noticed that I'm down to the bottom of the chat now.
Oh, hi, Carla.
Anything else I've got with the topic?
I did notice that I think I spoke to you about it, Peter, about putting the percentage of the promoted listing at sort of 2%. Just slightly over 1%. You can do 1.1.
You can,
the difference goes up by a penny usually, but I don't know whether that will just promote it slightly over all the other people who are using it at 1%. So I didn't know whether that would make some sort of difference.
And there's only one way to do is try it and see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, I think the majority of people are now promoting things, so it's almost like you don't promote it.
Oh, right down the bottom.
Yeah, you're right down the bottom, so you sort of have to promote it now.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I think I do 2% as well, just to get not so much get ahead of the game, but just to get a little bit higher.
Yeah, everything helps.
I was just going to say, it also depends on what items you sell, and like
if you've got a one-off item that's not on, no one else is selling it, there's no point in promoting it, really.
Not really, no.
But then you've got to go through each one at a time, and
it takes time.
I just highlight lots, and I might waste 20p, I guess, if I promoted something that didn't really need to be promoted, but if it sells, that I'm
I might as well get it.
I'm happy to take 20p hit.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I did notice Jason's popped in. Jason, cheers popping in. Okay, Karen sells clothes and said she's doing 1% promotions, but most aren't selling their promotions. Makes me laugh, saying that sales are tanked at the moment.
My sales are very slow, but I've only just really got into listing again. So sales have been really slow.
Yeah, definitely. I've had a few good sales recently, but nothing today and stuff like that. And the last one I had was obviously yesterday. No, Monday actually on Spock. That was right. But yeah, I've just got to keep on listing. I did obviously do that, which you saw, that charity shop haul, which I did on the premiere, because I like to do that on the charity shop hauls and carpet hauls, just to premiere them.
Yeah,
so I can chat with people and give other people ideas, and they can give me ideas and feedback.
Yeah, when I start to go back to the auctions again, I'll be doing hauls again, and I'll I'll probably Premiere them. I don't think Premiere existed when I was last going to auctions.
Oh, no, it's only been a few months.
But yeah, I think I'm going to an auction. Richard Payne's coming up to visit me at the end of this month, so we're going to go to an auction then. So might do a video on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be good actually. Just one pressing question: did Richard ever get his own back from when you scared him with that mask?
No, not yet.
Well, yeah. Okay.
I think he still plans to.
I think he does.
Time, I think, waiting for the right moment. So I'm sure he will at some point.
I just noticed Monumental says he doesn't know what Premiere is. What Premiere is on YouTube? It's a feature on there where you can. It's like called as live, so you don't have to do a live like this. You can, when you are uploading your YouTube video, on the right hand side, I think in the middle, the right hand side, you can click across to press Premiere, and then what that does is means you can chat to people as the video is going as live, and then obviously they can chat with you and that sort of thing. Pretty much what Premiere is.
Yeah, it's quite good. I've done a couple of them, but
same.
All depends on what the video is.
Yeah,
whether it's worth chatting about, basically.
Yeah, because I find that sometimes YouTube takes 10 minutes for notifications to roll out. So that's why when I do Premiere on YouTube, I have to set it for at least do the video and then set the Premiere for half an hour or a little bit more.
Right.
After the video's done, editing and stuff and uploading.
Otherwise it'll be finished by the time people get the notification.
Have a look. And get in and stuff like that. Oh, Richard Payne says he'll get his own back.
Oh.
A winky emoji.
Yeah, I'll have to. As long as it's not on camera, that'll be okay.
What did Carlos say? What's that? Do you always call him by his full name, Derek?
I guess I must have called him Richard Payne rather than just Richard.
Oh, right. I see what you mean now.
I call him all different things.
I can imagine.
Not always just Richard.
Nah, fair enough. I think Karen says she's going shopping tomorrow morning, so probably do a haul video. So, all procrastinate then. Definitely. Yeah, and obviously with what I like to do with topic, I like to go branching off within the regions of a topic.
Yeah.
Basically, what Karen says, procrastination. Like obviously, we're talking about difficulties of storage, ways of storing it, and to solve storage issues and stuff like that. Also, basically, procrastination can come under that in a way as sort of like when YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, that sort of thing. You sort of think, right, when you get up or night before, you've got to dedicate this time to do this, get this sort of listed, this storage sorted out. But then again, you sort of like sit down and you go, oh, so-and-so's gone live, so-and-so's doing packing, so-and-so's out and about. You're like, oh, I'll just give 5 minutes to here and there. You go, whoops, that's about 45 minutes gone.
I do quite enjoy Zahir's videos when he goes live during the day when he does his packaging.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm not nothing like that. I always enjoy videos. I'll try and put them in the background so I can get stuff done. Yeah. And that, but not obviously. If you saw, I think it was a couple of videos back, live streams back, I did a 23-point list of what I'm trying to like achieve this year, and obviously one of them was try and watch less YouTube. Like obviously dedicate time, because I think I watch more YouTube probably. If I'm taking half an hour out for lunch, I might watch a YouTube video, or when I'm sitting down to have dinner. But during the day, because I used to, about a year ago, I used to sit down and just watch videos and that sort of thing. But now it's like just dedicate half an hour here, half an hour there, to catch up on a few. Because I used to have like 75, 80 odd videos that I was needed to watch. I think at the moment it's down to 25 or whatever it is, but it's just having that time. I find watching videos like a little bit of time away, sort of thing, seeing what everyone gets up to and that sort of thing, and even watching the lives. It's like what Steve Green said on his last live. He doesn't get to watch many of the non-live videos.
No,
That sort of thing.
I generally have them on as I'm working.
Yeah.
But because I listen to quite a few US YouTubers.
All right.
And they've always uploaded a few by the time I start work the next day. So
I see, yeah.
I watch those, but I very rarely just sit and watch something and then not do anything else. Occasionally, if I'm, I don't know, late at night or something, I'm just wasting time, then I might watch something. But because I don't watch a lot of proper TV anymore.
No, I don't think I do really. Just no repeat stuff, but nothing new really.
No, so I generally do just watch YouTube, and because what I'm doing is reselling at the moment, that's like
pretty much,
they generally are resellers.
Yeah. Your YouTube is your TV, pretty much.
Yeah, in effect.
Yeah. Richard has said I do call Derek Tap Peddler sometimes.
He does as well, yeah.
What's that? Oh, Carla's saying, oh, maybe they call their mum Mrs. Payne. All right. Carl Jenkins is, I'm loving the idea of the two of you growing up. Pass the milk, Richard Payne's mum. Richard Payne, I got my Action Man. Oh dear. Oh, and Stu is saying, Stu Mandrew, I've not seen any of Z's packing vids. It is just him trying to find the end of sellotape and swearing a lot. In a way, but yeah, quite fun.
You miss things like when he got the cramp in his leg. You miss.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Very funny, that.
Classic. Yeah, and also like, obviously, if you've got a lot to do in your full-time reselling or full-time work or working and part-time or doing reselling, then it's just sort of, you haven't got time to watch the videos. Well, what you do watch is basically a sort of what I call escapism. You're escaping sort of like the reality of what you've got to do.
Yeah.
That's why I only dedicate a certain like half an hour here, half an hour there to watch a video.
Yeah.
I think there may be the odd YouTuber that I do sit down and watch all the way through, but most of the videos I just watch bits and pieces of them.
It all depends on the video, because if they're full videos, I might watch it properly then. But if it's just chatting and stuff, then you can have it in the background as so you don't really need to see the screen. So
I find the whole videos quite like carpet hauls, church up hauls, that sort of thing, quite interesting because you always learn something.
Yeah, you get ideas. Because I see all sorts of random stuff at the auctions, but a lot of it I walk past it because I don't know anything about it. Whereas, like the other week, I think it was the Celtic Traders were doing the thing about Christmas decorations, the old glass baubles and stuff.
Oh right, yeah.
And I completely discarded loads of Christmas decorations. I didn't even bother looking in the boxes. There could have been vintage stuff in them at the auctions, but I didn't bother because I just thought they'd be worthless. But next year I'll put more.
It's always something to look out for.
That sort of thing. You always learn things about.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Money Mentor says, can we have a link to Zahir getting cramp? If I can find it on his channel. When was that? Halfway through last year or beginning last year?
Yeah, it would have been. I think it was in the summer or something like that. But
I'll have a look. I'll have a look later on, Money Mentor, and put that down in the description.
Yeah, it was a video during the day, wasn't it? But,
Yeah, during the day, yeah, and Bex had to come
I don't know
and
what he was doing. I think he was just packaging up or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
You know, something like that. But,
yeah, as long as he's kept that video, because some of his videos he deletes straight away.
Right.
Richard Payne has got a good one. Search cramp in his videos, then you'll find it.
All right, he must have.
He might put that as the title or put it as the. Yeah, that's right. Oh, there we go. He's on it. He's on the ball. Mr. Bum Track. There we go. Monumental. BCP's got it. Cheers, BCP. I'll put it down in the description below.
Yeah, I might watch that myself later again.
Give something to do, yeah. By the way, here, guess what I'm watching tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right, guys, got any more questions? Do let us know. We'll be on a couple more minutes on that. And so, okay. Oh, we also going to ask, have you got any more YouTube videos coming up in the next few weeks?
I've got I stopped doing my my sales roundup videos at the start of November.
Right.
Yeah, I just got too busy and there's other stuff going on, so I haven't done it. But what I plan on doing is doing probably quite a long sales roundup, but for the whole of Q4, and just picking the really good items.
I see. Okay.
So
cool.
Probably be about half an hour's worth, but hopefully it will be quite interesting items in there. So, but it's going to take me a few days to record it because
I see. Right.
I don't spend too long doing it in one session. So I think I might do it in 4 stages. So I'm going to release that, and I'm going to upload a video when Richard's here doing the auction. So we're going to go to one. So I'll do some sort of haul video from that. But yeah, other than that, I can't think of anything really. I want to get back into my sales roundups every week.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I really need to do that. But
sounds good.
Yeah.
So if you're not subscribed to Tap Peddler, which is Derek Payne's channel, then do go and subscribe. The link is down below in the comments below. Go and subscribe. He has some really great videos if you're into your reselling. It's got a few little vlogs in there, like magnet fishing, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, we plan on going magnet fishing quite soon again. So it's quite cold. So my son's desperate to go again. So I think
Nick was going to do some of that magnet fishing.
Yeah, I think he bought a magnet. Yes, it's really good. Pulled out a bike.
Open camera. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what I've got coming up. I'm out on Saturday night at a concert in London. I'm seeing a band in Brixton, O2 Academy in Brixton, called Enter Shikari. They're like a metalcore / electronic core band. They do different styles of music.
Right.
They've been going around since like 2003. I've seen them 6 times in the past. So that I'll be recording that. I'm not sure if I got any guests on before. So there'll be either 1 or 2 videos coming from there. I do have a sales roundup of 10 sales that I've got to record in some point in the next 2 weeks. Obviously the usual gaming streams and whatever else I can think of and that sort of thing. I'm still sticking to try and do 1 video every 3 days if I can. But so yeah, that's what I've got coming up on the channel.
Cool.
Can't think of anything else. No. So okay, I think that's it. Have you got anything else to say?
No, it's been a great chat again. Thanks for having me on.
Monumental says he's got a sales roundup video later on. So do go and subscribe. So if anyone's not subscribed to any of the YouTubers, go to click the 3 dots and then go to channel and subscribe and see what they do. What's day? Wednesday. I'm trying to think if anyone else is live later. I don't think they are.
Not sure about Wednesday. I can't remember. I know isn't Steve Green's live tomorrow, isn't he? Live from the loft.
Yeah, usually tomorrow. Yeah.
We've got ads his chat.
His magical mystery tour of his weird world. Yeah. I'll try and cook. I'm in all day tomorrow, so I'll try and catch that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Just quickly, I did see Kelly's popped in. And don't worry, Kelly. You can when the chat when it's finished and it's processed on YouTube, you can watch the live chat back. Watch it all back. How many subs are you on now, Derek? By the way.
Oh, I think it's. I'll write it down somewhere. I think.
Oh, you write it down.
360 or something. Something like that.
Cool.
Might be.
Richard has got one. Nick's on Lonnie's channel tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I remember him mentioning that.
5 or 6 or.
Yeah. I think Lonnie's my favourite US YouTuber, so.
Oh right, nice one.
Two of my favourites on the one.
I think Nick's got Pommy Pickers the week after.
Right. Oh yeah.
I think I'll be there at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when it is, but Karen's got 777 subscribers. Nice. Richard Payne says 6 PM, I think. Okay, cool. I think at the moment I've got 719 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So cool. Let's have a look. See if I've got any other chat in there. As I say, do go and check out Typella, which is Derek's channel. Subscribe to him and watch all his backlog of videos. Because obviously he's got lots of videos coming up over the next few weeks. Once again, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks everyone for popping in. That's appreciated. Yeah. And have a good one. Have a good rest of your night, guys.
Yeah. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.